This podcast is a part of Podcast London, found on podcastldn.com, with a whole host of fantastic shows. And it's sponsored by the FA, or the Free Association, bringing you improv classes and improv shows at the Cog Art Space. Look them up on Google.
If you want to think the unthinkable, you've got to ask a question.
What is God?
What's 8 times 8?
Who are ISIS?
Which country is bigger, Canada or USA?
How does rain work?
How many years in a decade?
I don't know.
To the man and the woman, who tells more lies?
What is the dolphin?
Can a dolphin ever be a finger?
Be a dolphin monkey while they're still monkeys.
Is it true that men are women?
Join us at Fact Up.
I'm going to get myself in a mirror.
Welcome, listener, to Fact Up, the podcast that dares to solve one topic of the universe, a podcast at a time. I'm Chris Gau. I have
Confusing intro
a cycling proficiency test that I aced, age 13. To my left is Ian Thomas Day.
Hi. I don't have any credentials still. I'm working my way online college, so
well
maybe
done.
in a few more episodes I'll have some sort of diploma or degree.
Normally we're joined by Shaun Lowthian. He's away today on a fact-finding course for Fact Up. But today we're joined by a very special guest, Matt Jones.
Matt Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Matt Jones is a televisual actor known for Mom and Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
But also, can you tell us this is a search for knowledge, this podcast is a search for knowledge, so we need to know some sort of what qualifies you to be on this podcast.
Well, the topic of this
Is theatre.
is
We're doing-
theater.
yeah, theater,
And
yeah.
I'm born and raised in the theater.
Oh, wow.
Literally born in a theater.
You were literally
Upstage
born
or downstage?
On stage,
Okay.
I was a production of Jesus Christ Superstar.
Very good nativity
And
scene.
my
I know.
mom was Mary, and right on the stage.
Wow, so
Yeah.
that
It's crazy.
you are very much qualified to
Wow.
join in this discussion.
Terrible production, though.
With,
It's pretty racist.
did you come out a critic straight away?
I did.
You?
I was
Wow.
like, what is this, and where's my dressing room?
So we're going to talk about, as Matt explained there, the topic of theatre today. Before we get started, I guess we need to know what the definition of a theatre or the theatre is.
Probably should go to computer for that.
Maybe we could go to computer.
We usually go to computer.
Yeah, I suppose so. Okay, well, I'll try and turn him on. I can't. Where's the button? I
There's
can't.
no button. We've been through this.
Wait, hang on.
It is
Okay.
Yes.
Computer, please define theatre.
Theater is a collaborative form of fine art that uses live performers, typically actors, to present the experience of a real or imagined event before a live audience in a specific
Theatre,
place, often a stage.
Search for
The
theatre
performer-
reviews of. Search for Jesus Christ Superstar around 1984. I'm
One.
guessing 1981.
Searching.
What area was it in?
Sacramento, California.
Sacramento, California.
Searching database. Live performance. Jesus Christ Superstar. Sacramento, California.
Yeah.
1981.
One. November 1st.
November 1st.
Oh, we need to get some more RAM for this computer. It's very slow. I mean, Google will have had that up straight away.
One found.
Okay, please read review.
Review states, this performance of Jesus Christ Superstar, in which Jesus Christ is born, live on stage,
It's a terrible review.
was enthralling, but also disgusting. I do not go to the theater hoping to see a vagina spread open that wide,
Wow.
and has put me off of having sex with a woman
It's a local
for
high
a
school
very,
paper.
very long time.
What was computer? What was the publication?
Publication was the Sacramento Valley High School newsletter.
And who was the journalist?
Journalist is John Cusack. No relation.
John Cusack. Okay, thank you, computer. Wow, so that was John Cusack's first foray into the theatre by the sound of things.
Well, it was no relation.
I didn't say to who he was not related.
Okay, fine.
That's
Maybe
so
it
good.
was the John Cusack.
Matt, what's the best play
Yeah.
have you been in a play yourself?
I've been in a play, yeah. I'm
What-
about to do a play.
Oh, well, yeah. Where's your what
I'm
play?
doing a play in L.A. about the Ramones. It's called A Play About the Ramones.
It's called
Yeah.
The Play About the Ramones.
Yeah, and I'm playing Maki Ramone.
Which one is he? Is he the one with the
He's the annoying one. He's the one that fought with everybody else.
with a weapon?
With a weapon?
I've got a really good Ramone story.
Oh.
You know Phil Spector?
That's what the play's about.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God! I want
The
to see
play
this
is about the 2 days that Phil Spector kept the
them
Ramones
hostage.
hostage in his house.
Amazing.
That's what the play's about.
Tell Ian. He doesn't know the story. Can you tell Ian?
Well, they were recording his fourth studio album,
Yeah.
their fourth studio album, and Phil Spector was trying to convince them that he could be the producer. So he invited him over at their house, and then he wouldn't let them leave, and he held them at gunpoint and convinced them, and he did end up producing their album.
What year was this?
I don't know, 1986?
I heard it was because I think Joey Ramone was also wearing a Ronettes t-shirt, and Phil Spector was married to one of the Ronettes,
Yeah.
and he also took umbrage at the fact that his wife was on this man's t-shirt as well.
Yeah.
Supposedly, that was the reason for the gun pull in the first place. So acting, Matt. I don't know if you act. I mean, I've heard you've been in a play. You're about to be in a play, but Ian, you're an actor. You're a fantastic actor. I've seen you act.
I've been in commercials.
Yeah. What commercial have you been in?
I was back in Canada, a commercial.
Computer.
Yes.
Pull up Ian T. Day's Cheese Whiz commercial.
Ian Thomas Day commercial. Country of origin, Canada.
Okay, we're gonna play that to you now.
Cheese Whiz adds personality, personality. Pour it on hot from the microwave. Goes over and over and over and over. Cheese Whiz is the one for you. Yes, over and over. Put simple in everything you do. Cheese Whiz adds personality.
Try a Cheese Whiz, or you will be dishonoring your family.
Adds personality.
Thank you, computer. We've also got
Guys,
another.
do we have to?
Yeah, that was funny. That was
No, it was
embarrassing.
not fun. Yeah, guys.
Why did you do it in that accent? That was
They
borderline
asked-
racist.
They asked me to do that. It was direction.
What was the direction
I
that
take
they
direction.
gave you? What was the direction that they gave you?
This is entering the Far East market, so please try to appeal to those people.
Okay.
And I don't know why I was comfortable doing it, but I got paid.
Canada's a really weird place.
It is weird. It was
It's a weird place.
in Vancouver. It sold a lot of Cheese Whiz.
Yeah.
So
We also have another guest here in the studio.
oh yeah.
Who I don't know what he does. He's called.
Yeah, I've never heard of him,
Laurence
really.
Oliver.
Oliver.
Olivier.
I don't know.
Lord Olivier to you, man.
Okay.
You're a lord?
I am indeed.
Oh, wow.
A lord of what?
Lord of England. Lord
Oh,
in the House
okay.
of Lords.
We don't have those
by,
where I'm
by
from.
birth or given to you?
It was given to me.
All right.
What was it given to you for?
Services to acting, to the theatre.
Oh, so you're an actor as well.
Absolutely.
So what adverts have you done?
I have done many advertisements.
Okay.
My first and favourite was for Brill Cream.
Okay.
Oh, we should go to that computer for that.
Computer, bring up Lord Laurence Olivier's Brill Cream advert from what year?
1935.
Searching. Database. 1935. Sir Laurence Olivier. Brill Cream. File found.
Play file.
There's many a man hath more hair than wit. So says Antipholus of Syracuse in Shakespeare's Comedy of Errors. And so say I, Lord Sir Laurence Olivier, star of screen and stage. Choose Brill Cream for all your hair care needs. Slicking your hair back, combing it to the side, slicking your hair back. Whatever you need from your hair, Brill Cream is a solution. Doesn't Brill Cream contain lead, I hear you ask? Yes. 1 dose of Brill Cream on your bonnet and the lady is yours. How do I know? I like me. My wife likes me. And I'll be damned if I go out there with my hair unslicked. Brill cream. For the slicker gentleman.
Thanks, computer. What first got you interested in the theatre, Mr. Olivier?
Well, like young Matt here, I was born in a theatre.
Oh,
really? Which theatre?
The Theatre of War, dear boy.
Oh. Jeez, that's
Is that where's
depressing.
that? Is that Sacramento?
Yeah.
The Somme.
Oh wow!
Yes,
that was a bad one.
My mother was an infantryman.
Your mum,
soldier.
Infantryman is
Yes.
Your mother fought on
Yes.
on the battlefield.
pregnant. While pregnant.
Wow.
for the Germans or the English?
Uh-oh.
Well, she was a floating voter. That's what we call her.
What war was this that she fought in?
Must have been the First World War.
French and Indian War?
Yes. That rings a bell.
Yeah.
And so, why did you think that's informed how you act?
Oh, very much.
Yeah.
because
Very
you
much.
were born in such a dramatic circumstance.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely.
Yes, I know.
And I'm most known for my war-based characters. If you think about Henry V.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a...
Yes.
Who's
there's a
that?
war. I think there's a war in that.
You think?
Yes, I can't remember all my roles. I can't be expected to remember all my roles.
A lot of those kings got up to that sort of thing.
Do you ever? I've heard of you. I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Everyone is who's heard of me.
Do you ever?
Someone's sucking up.
Are you ever worried that you take yourself too seriously?
Well, should an actor not take themselves seriously? Should an actor not regard themselves with the utmost importance? Because what we are doing is presenting a fiction as if it is a reality.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to do that, one must be straight, sensible, thorough, serious, and respectful of one's own abilities.
What?
Yeah, but then don't you get to go on break?
Yeah, there's...
Like, do you have to do it all the time?
Isn't the mantra of filmmaking hurry up and wait?
Yeah.
There's a lot of downtime.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, when you're on stage, you should do all those things. But, like, when, in between...
Just chilling
Please,
out.
can't you, like, calm down and, relax?
Does Henry V stop being Henry V when he's not on a battlefield?
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
Yeah, I would think so, yeah.
Does Stanley from A Streetcar Named Desire... I think I was in that at some point. Can't be sure.
You've done
Can't
so
remember.
much.
I can't be
yes.
expected to remember.
I'm just
it was
saying...
me or Brando. It doesn't really matter.
I mean, like, okay, Henry V is your example of being serious.
Yes.
But even then,
Henry V.
being king is the chillest job in all the land.
Yes, I always
It's
said
only
that.
when you're in the war that you really are stressed out, but
Yeah.
the rest of the time it's pretty...
Okay.
Posh.
Okay. All right. Well, next time I'm leafing through the works of Shakespeare, I'll add in a scene or two, shall I? Where
He's just taking a bath.
He's just taking a bath, or he's having a shower, or he's cleaning himself up. One of those.
I would figure there'd be...
Do you take this strict, sensible, no-nonsense approach to your acting when it comes to the screwball knockabout comedies you're known for?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you know a film called Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite.
Great
Yeah,
movie.
you weren't in that.
You weren't in that. Lawrence.
I didn't... unless you had
beg
a
to differ.
non-credit...
were you in
a
that?
non-credited walk-on role in the background.
Yeah.
I would
Who were you?
assume.
Were you the plane?
I've seen
I
that
played the
movie.
part of John Candy playing the part of Dell the salesman.
Wow!
So wait, that wasn't John Candy.
No,
It really looked like John Candy.
I'm a good actor.
Well, as a Canadian who's really proud of the work of John Candy, that has really taken me.
Was
by
John
surprise.
Candy ever John Candy? Were you
No,
always
you were
John
always-
Candy?
John Candy was a construction of me,
No.
Lord Laurence Olivier.
Fuck right
Uncle
off.
Buck?
Yeah.
Uncle Lawrence.
You're telling me every episode of SCTV that I've ever watched was you playing John Candy
Yes.
as the Smegmy Brothers?
So wait,
Do the Smegmy Brothers right now for me,
Listen,
then.
I need a degree of preparation. to
And
do
probably Eugene Levy right beside you.
So wait, you bought a Canadian football team at one point?
That's right. I bought the
The Argonauts.
The Argonauts that you fought John
I
Candy.
think
of.
that's the team you bought. I
right,
really
yeah.
don't follow
We
CFL
don't
because
exist.
it's so boring.
Yeah, but John Candy or Sir Lawrence Olivier apparently
Wow.
bought.
I love gridiron. I love it.
Is John Candy your most celebrated role? What's the role you've most enjoyed playing? Is it John Candy?
I personally, yes, I most enjoy because people say to me, they say, Lawrence, You're such a serious man. Matt said it to me just now, just a moment ago.
You are very serious.
And playing John Candy allows me to have a bit of fun with it, you know?
Yeah.
Have a little bit of fun.
Sheds a new light on you.
Exactly.
But,
He did
hang
very
on,
few
that's not
dramatic
you.
roles.
No, but that's not you having fun. That's you playing John Candy having fun.
Isn't it one and the same, Christopher? Isn't it one and the same?
No, because you just told us that you have to be really serious when it comes to these roles. So while you're playing John Candy, you're being serious. So it's doing exactly the opposite of what you wanted.
You're taking the fun out of
Have
everything.
you ever played any women?
Absolutely.
Oh,
wow. Who did you play?
You know a little film. You know a little film.
Yes, we know. I know a lot of films. I've seen a lot
A
of them.
little film called Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who
Who's that?
were you?
Which
Who were
character?
you? Who were you?
The character played by Julia Roberts was played by me, Laurence Olivier.
So the character was. Is Julia Roberts a real person?
No.
Get out of town.
So you're John Candy and Julia Roberts.
Absolutely.
That explains why they've never been in a
Never
movie
been.
together.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have pulled that off if it came up.
But okay, so
This is upsetting. I got to be honest. This is upsetting. That means I've jacked off to you.
Yes.
And when you
Haven't we all? We've all jacked off to me, Laurence Olivier. Isn't that right, boys?
Like, and your tits looked great in Aaron Brockovich.
Yeah.
I gotta
Thank
say.
you.
And you, wow. I mean, wow.
I actually did a table read with you once.
I remember you. Yes.
That was
Wow.
really weird. Yeah.
While he was playing John Candy or
No,
Julia
while
Roberts?
he was playing Julia Roberts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Can you do some acting for us now? Is that
Please,
because I've
please.
never seen acting in the flesh. I've not been to the
You've
theatre.
never been down to the
Chris,
theatre?
Chris doesn't go to the theater. No,
I don't go to the
doesn't
theatre.
read books. Doesn't go to the theater.
No.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
don't do science.
All right.
Chris, stop. He's eating pudding right now.
Wait,
Can
yeah,
you
it's
put
just
down the
tasty.
pudding?
Why? Does that affect my enjoyment of
No, it just
the theatre?
smells. It's just
I've got
Tapioca. I don't
I've
like that.
Got it
it's
on
a
my.
lot of
I've
pudding.
Got it on my shirt.
Okay.
Is that acting?
Did you truly believe it?
I was enjoying it. It was like peanut butter flavored.
Yes, good. Yes, that's acting.
Okay. So do some acting for us.
Yes.
Okay. Shall I do a scene from the seminal comedy classic Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Yes,
Please.
I would love-
If
please,
you think
Mr.
you
Lillian.
can, I'd love to see it because it's one of my favorite movies.
I think we're about to find out if I can.
Are you going to play all the parts? Or
Well,
are you just going to do a monologue?
Whoa,
The
whoa, whoa,
specific
are you
piece I'm
telling me-
thinking
hang
of.
on, Wait, hang on.
Because there's a really good monologue at the end with John Candy.
There's a good one in the middle as well.
You know, you said all the parts. You're not going to tell me that you played Steve Martin as well.
Don't be silly, old boy.
Okay, right. Okay. Phew.
I could have, though. I could have.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Please give us.
Oh, hang on, I just got to play the Laurence Olivier acting jingle.
Inside the actor's brain with Larry Oliver.
You know what? I like me. My wife likes me. And Finn.
Oh wow!
For a moment,
I could
John Candy was just in
That was
there.
really good.
I
That
could
was
see.
really-
And you know what?
It's the most moving part of the whole
It
movie.
sounded like John
It's
Candy.
upsetting because he's dead.
I was
But
really
he's
bummed
not
out when
really
he
dead.
did. Yes,
But I
and
guess
now
he's not dead.
He was
You could
never
pre-
truly alive or dead.
You're right.
wow.
Wow.
So I guess I shouldn't have been sad
No, I
back,
was very
back in the
depressed.
90s.
You boys like a film called Cool Runnings.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
it was
yeah. John
filmed in
Candy.
my hometown.
Yeah.
I love Calgary. I love it.
That's makes one of us.
Yes. Now,
Which one? I don't. Who likes?
So you met all of the actors who played the Jamaican bobsled team.
yes, I did. They were good
Yeah.
men.
How was Malik Yoba?
Great. You know,
Great.
he really studies his craft.
Yeah.
He actually trained to be in the Jamaican bobsled team for 2 or 3 years before we made the film.
Wow.
Wow, that's method.
And when you died as John Candy,
Yes.
was that? Or did you have to go into the coffin? Did you have to lie in a morgue? I mean, did you take that? To what degree did you take your acting?
Well, I would have done had that have been recorded on film or put on the stage. Of course.
Your decision to die came right after, and your last piece of work as John Candy was the
Blazing Saddles, right?
no, it was Go West
Yeah,
with
Go West.
Matthew Perry.
It's a horrible movie.
Very, very bad. Is that why you decided to hang up the giant pants, so to speak?
Yes, I thought I was on the wane as John Candy, and it gave me an opportunity to pick up more work as Julia Roberts.
Yes, that's when she really started to come into her own.
That's right.
So, are you the only actor to have picked up 2 Oscars as yourself and another Oscar as another actress.
I believe I have 4 Academy Awards as Laurence Olivier.
Yeah, and then one as Julia Roberts?
At least one, maybe 2 as Julia
Just
Roberts.
one.
Yeah,
Certainly
just
a
the
few
one, yeah.
nominations.
Does that nullify... I mean, I feel that's fraud to the Academy.
Do you have any new actors that we should know about?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Because Julia Roberts is a little on the
On the
She
way.
hasn't really
She's
been
on the
in
way.
anything lately.
Does that mean Julia Roberts is going to die? Are you going to kill her off?
Well, maybe.
How are you going to do that?
So, like, when you're... This is confusing to me. But if you're Julia Roberts, are you married to her husband? And how did you give birth to those kids?
But if it's on
Eric
film,
Roberts?
if it's not on film...
Huh? No, Eric
That's
Roberts
it's
is
his
her
brother. Yeah, brother.
If it's not on film, then it never happened.
Yeah.
That's my motto.
It's just...
We bought the children.
Oh,
They're actors.
okay. Oh, they're actors.
Yes.
They're not played by you, though.
Strange.
No, they're not
Okay,
played by me.
fine.
You know,
I guess if you have 4 Academy Awards on your own, you have some money to throw around to buy children.
Yeah, I mean...
So who's your newest role?
yeah, who's your new...
Well, do you gentlemen know a little film? Little film.
See a lot of films.
You know a little film called The Force Awakens.
yeah, big one of the biggest movies of the year.
I wouldn't categorize it as a little film.
Yeah, it might be the highest grossing film of all time.
Yeah, and one of the
Certainly.
most advertised movies ever in the history of the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know a young actor called John Boyega?
Yeah.
Yes.
Attack the
that's
Block.
That's me.
Oh, well, okay.
No way.
Okay.
I thought you were fantastic in...
Thank you. Yes, I brought a lot of fun to it, didn't I?
You're pretty good. Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. in
I
that film.
think you have room to
I
grow.
think kids love you. But as a kid who grew up on the original series, I know it was an all right movie.
Room to grow.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm interested to see where the character goes from here.
Aren't we all?
And the rumors I
and
hear
the
of
character of Finn or John Boyega?
both.
Both.
Both, absolutely.
Okay.
Finn, I'm
Wow.
wondering if he and Poe Dameron get it on, because there's some rumors there. There's a...
Well, I find this fascinating because this is such a good acting job that you was playing John Boyega not acting well because you know that he's just starting in his career and you've got room to grow. That's such a fantastic...
I beg to differ. I think John Boyega was fantastic in that film.
In some ways, but he was better in Attack the Block, so you took a
close
step
to it.
back.
You
You're way
need
too
another
close
eye.
to the role.
Honestly, though, your choices in roles,
Absolutely.
right, from John Candy to
Julia
Julia
Roberts,
Roberts to John
John
Boyega,
Boyega,
that is
Just the physical
that's impressive.
transformation alone
That is impressive.
Yes.
This is...
Well, I'm the greatest actor of all time. So
Well, you definitely are.
You're proving it
Yeah.
every day.
Wow.
And now you got the Star Wars money coming in. Damn.
yeah.
Have you ever thought about giving up the theatre or the acting, like Daniel Day-Lewis, having a break from it at all?
It's been a long time since I treaded the boards.
Oh, so you're just doing movies now?
Just doing movies now.
Do you think you're going to go back into the theatre?
I think one day, I'm auditioning for that new musical, Hamilton.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
wow.
Well, and Hamilton's is the rap one.
Yes.
So you can rap?
You know what? I hope you get it.
Thank you.
Oh, that's very sweet, Matt.
Thank
You
you.
know, the
Matt.
problem of being an actor is it never goes away.
Always
Even
working.
Even Sir Laurence Olivier is still worried if he's going to get the part.
I really, really want that part.
Is that what is that? So is that always a burning worry in the back of your mind?
It burns. It absolutely
Never
burns.
goes away.
Have you considered doing a project together, Matt and Laurence?
I would be honored, but I don't know if I'm in the space in my career to be able to rise to his level.
But would you do a project with John Boyega?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so there we go. There we've solved it.
Because I heard, sorry to interrupt, Mr. Olivier, but I heard
all right.
that the role of John Lovitz, the actual person, is now up for grabs because the original person playing John Lovitz doesn't want to do it anymore.
Right.
So maybe you could play John Lovitz, and
I don't know if I should be insulted by that, but I disagree. I don't think my wife would be into it. Yeah. I'm married, so she really, she makes a lot of decisions for me. I don't think she'd choose John Lovitz for me.
But you only have to play John Lovitz some of the time when he's on camera.
Having
You
to play him at all would really
It's kind
bother
of,
her.
yeah. And you would have
Yeah.
to keep up with the comedy club.
Yeah.
Being John Lovitz, you'd have to book the comedy club and everything.
Yep.
Is this the acting? Are you acting now, Matt? Are you acting now? Because you just went very quiet and then you just said yes and...
I'm always acting.
Everyone's always acting.
Yeah, thank you.
Acting is reacting.
Is it?
Absolutely.
So this is just an American question. So if you're Sir Laurence Olivier, you're also Lord Olivier?
Yes, I was knighted and then I was given a peerage in the House of Lords. So I'm technically Lord Sir Laurence Olivier.
So it's not Sir Lord, it's Lord Sir.
I believe so.
All right.
Yes.
I thought you dropped the Sir when you became the Lord.
Well, I don't bloody know, do I?
Well, no, I mean you're
too busy.
Too busy.
Too busy working.
Too busy.
It's all just pomp, it's silliness.
You know what
really.
I am angry about? I've never won an Olivier Award.
Oh.
It's ironic.
It's weird.
Julia Roberts hasn't either,
No.
nor John Candy.
Nor John Boyega.
John Boyega might someday.
Earlier we asked you to act.
Yes.
And you said
And
that
did I
acting-
not? Did I not?
You are fantastic.
I like me. My
you
wife
just-
likes me.
That's fantastic.
Can you give us-
wait, hang on, wait. You asked you to act, but you just said that acting's reacting. So would you mind doing a bit of reacting for us and our listeners?
Of course. Great.
Okay.
Ugh. Thank you.
That is.
I'm so good at acting, I can react without a stimulus.
What if I pulled out a gun?
Ugh.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
What if I pull out a knife?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
Oh wait, the house is on fire.
Ugh.
That's really good.
Hey, I've slept with your wife.
Ugh.
Hey.
Your child is dead.
Ugh.
Oh, different.
See, you've got to have variation. See,
That's really good.
Yeah, the child.
Should we? Normally, we ask the listeners if they have any questions about the subject of the theatre.
Fire
week.
away.
And so I'm just going to play the jingle.
You have the questions. Our experts have the answers. The answering machine.
Okay.
So, have you got any listener questions?
No, I don't.
I have two questions.
I don't have
from
any
the
in
listeners.
regards to theater. So
I
if you
ha-
have some, that'd be great.
I have a question from listener Sunil Patel. If you remember, he is one of the original callers from back in the day who said he would eat poo. So I'm not sure what that's about. But he would like to know, hello, I am a stand-up comedian and therefore work in the theatres all the time.
Right.
What should I call my show?
Well, it doesn't. Does it not depend what show is he in? He's
It
playing
says
a
here-
stand-up comedian.
No, he says he is performing as Sunil Patel in his Edinburgh show.
I pitched Sunil down.
That's very good. That's
So
good.
good.
Mr. Olivier?
Sunil down and listen.
That's pretty good. I pitched Sunil Patel thinks you can eat shit and not die.
Okay.
That's a good name, actually.
Yeah.
That would make me go if that was written on a poster.
Yeah.
You would have trouble getting that through the censors, I assume.
No, I don't think there's
Just the word shit.
But you're obviously a very accomplished actor.
What about this? Highway to Patel.
What about Sunil down and Patel me something?
That's perfect. It's Sunil down and tell me
That
something.
is well. I think we've answered that question.
Very good. Good luck, Sunil. Good luck in your quest.
I found a question from listener Matt, and he asks, at halftime in the theater, why don't the actors and audience swap ends? So it's a sort of
It's a good question.
football relation.
Do they swap ends in all sports?
They do in football, gridiron, and
hockey.
Hockey, yes, they do. Every
Basketball?
period,
I don't know.
switch around.
Do they?
Basketball, yeah.
Basketball, they do. Yeah.
You know, one time I did a one-man show.
Okay.
As
What was
yourself?
it called? What was it called?
It was called an hour. It was called An Evening with Sir Laurence Olivier. I didn't bother with a
okay.
pun.
Yeah,
you know.
that's fine.
And
It wasn't an evening with John Candy. No, okay.
but I did play John Candy for a portion of the evening.
Okay, yeah, obviously.
And in the first half, I was on stage and the audience were in the audience area. The seats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Seats was the word I was looking for. And then at halftime, we swapped around, and I demanded a performance from my audience.
Okay. How'd that go?
Not so well.
Okay. Yeah.
What did they perform? Did they do an audience with Laurence Olivier?
They shuffled around awkwardly for 5 minutes, and then I realized the error of my ways, and I quietly ushered them back to their seats and continued as Julia Roberts in the second half.
Okay.
You did? Did you review the part where they got on stage?
Did I review it?
Yeah.
No, but the Telegraph did.
Okay.
No,
Hang on,
not
wait a sec. Computer, bring up a Telegraph review from
Laurence Olivier's An Evening with Laurence Olivier from 1996.
Searching 1996. Performances by Laurence Olivier. An Evening with Laurence Olivier.
Why does it tell us why it's searching? It's
Found 1 Telegraph review.
okay. Please read review.
2 stars.
Oh dear.
This performance is utterly perplexing. Why am I looking at John Candy? This was advertised as being one of the greatest actors in all of England, but instead, I'm watching a man dressed as a Ukrainian speaking in a Ukrainian accent.
You know, the weirdest thing is John Candy was already dead by that stage, so that would have been very confusing.
This is also confusing. On Wikipedia, it says you died in 1989.
Absolutely. But does an actor ever truly die, Matt? Does an actor ever truly die?
Yeah.
Probably should have asked computer that question
If
first.
you're human, you die at some point. So are you saying you're not human?
When you see performances like mine, can you truly say they come from
They're
a human?
out of this
Constantly
world.
speaking in metaphors. Are you or are you not human?
I am not a human, no.
This is Matt Jones on his inaugural debut of Fact Up is cut to the nub. What are you then,
I am a shape-shifting lizard.
Oh! Are you in the Illuminati?
I'm not at liberty to say, but yes, I am.
We had a guest on several episodes now. He was called Mr. North. Several episodes. What was his first? I can't remember.
Nicholas North.
Nicholas North. Oh, do you know him? Nicholas
Yes,
North?
we have an encampment of sorts in Montana where we shoot poor people.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Because I'm sorry. Because
You're
I'm meant to be going.
You're going there.
I'm going there next week.
Right.
Okay.
Well, you'll be very welcome.
Okay.
Mr. Olivier, I have some questions about your life.
Please.
Yeah, let's not get into the Illuminati
Yeah,
stuff again.
So you're married to Vivian Leigh.
Correct.
How was that?
Tremendous actor.
Yeah.
The best.
She was one
After
of
me.
So you thought you were better than your wife?
I thought I was a
They
better
all
actor
did
than
from
my
that
wife.
age.
Yes. I believe, wasn't she in some Hitchcock films?
She was at the beginning
No.
of Psycho, wasn't she? Isn't she the one who gets murdered at the beginning of Psycho?
I didn't pay much attention to her career.
Yeah, that's not good when you're married.
Yeah.
That's probably why you guys.
Probably why we're no longer married.
Yeah, why you got.
And also she's
because
long
you're
dead.
you're dead.
Yes.
You also starred with the excellent Dustin Hoffman in.
Yes, I did. in Marathon Man.
Marathon Man.
Is it safe?
Is it safe?
Is
I
it-
just want to ask: Is it safe?
Is it safe?
No, is it safe?
Well, we left it ambiguous.
I want to know: Is it safe?
Is
Now that the dust has settled, can you tell me: Is it safe?
Yes.
Oh, it is safe.
Yes.
I haven't seen it.
But in Marathon Man, Dustin Hoffman is a runner.
Vivian Leigh was known for Gone with the Wind.
Yes.
A Streetcar Named Desire.
Oh.
You know.
That's what
Anna
I was
Karenina.
recalling.
Yes. Did you meet her on
Anna
that set?
Karenina.
Yes.
Were you playing Marlon Brando as Stanley Kowalski?
Yes, I was.
Oh wow!
My greatest
you were
role.
Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando's greatest role.
Okay,
is
you know what? I bought the other ones. This one, I'm going to call you out. I don't believe you.
Oh wow!
Like you said, John Candy maybe, Julia Roberts probably.
Yeah.
John Boyega. Okay, I'll stretch.
But
you are saying you are Marlon Brando as well.
one of the greatest American actors of all time.
One of the greatest British actors. Laurence Olivier.
So why is the doubt being sown, Matt? Why don't you think?
It's a hard pill to swallow. I gotta be.
Is that because you're American though?
Maybe it's that. Maybe it's
It
that.
hurt when I figured out John Candy was
the greatest
Canadian.
living Canadian actor.
Yeah, I'm looking at Sir Laurence Olivier's background here, and you're a real weird dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In what respect? Hey, we have a computer for that, Matt. You don't have to use your iPhone. I don't know.
You know what I
Really
told
good computer,
Dustin
too.
Hoffman on the set of Marathon Man? He said to me, I'm really struggling. I'll do him.
Okay.
I'm really struggling.
It's like he's here.
Yeah, I'm really struggling with the running and getting in the mindset of a marathon man. And I said to him, have you tried acting, dear boy? Have you tried acting?
Lovely. That is.
And
lovely.
then-
Did he?
He tried it, and then by Jove, if he wasn't good at it.
Oh.
So I see you were born in Dorking, Surrey.
Correct.
How is Dorking?
Lovely, green, verdant. Dorking is...
Tell us about where you're from. Your childhood, because to
yes.
produce a person of this
Yes.
stature, It's got to be some kind of place.
You know, I like Dorking, and my wife likes Dorking.
She did.
She
Are
did.
you using that as an adjective or the place?
Well, isn't that quite something? It's a lovely area, just south of London, and I grew up there, and I took in the country air, and in many ways it was my introduction to acting, because I had to pretend that I, so Laurence Olivier, was an actor.
Not a space lizard.
Not a space
And you were
lizard.
But your father was a high priest in the Church of London.
Correct.
Church of England, I'm sorry.
Yes.
How did you meet your parents if you're a space lizard?
I was adopted.
Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah, the Church of England is probably pretty tied in with the Illuminati. To be fair, man.
Definitely.
You know, I played a priest.
You played a priest.
I played a priest
Okay.
once. Yes.
To honor your father's legacy, or
To honor and dismantle it.
okay.
Very critical I was
Okay.
of the church. I played the Archbishop of Canterbury
Okay.
in the play The Archbishop of Canterbury.
That's a good name.
Would you
Title role.
Would you say you have daddy issues?
Oh,
Who of us
absolutely.
doesn't?
Yeah, right.
Who doesn't, eh?
Mm.
Who doesn't?
Well, as you know, my parents
You have
conjoined in a...
Well, so you don't have daddy issues.
Well,
you
I
have
have-
issues with your parents being conjoined.
I should explain to Matt that my parents fell into a vat of chemicals
Oh, no.
around episode 3,
Oh, boy.
and they're now one being.
Okay.
It's called
Well, at least they're together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's how I-
Parent-stein. It's kind of a
Parent-stein.
Parent-stein.
Yeah.
You know, I starred in a film called Parentstein once.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. When was this?
Must have been 1975. In that short period between Godfather Part 2 and
were
John
in.
Candy's start of John Candy's career.
You were
I had,
just struggling with what you wanted
yes,
to do.
absolutely.
I totally know how that
Yeah. You, Marlon Brando really let himself go around that time, so I get it.
Yeah.
Makes
It was
sense.
handy in a way once I came to play John Candy.
Yeah, okay, I get it. The weight gain for Brando
I was out with
equaled Candy.
Exactly. Got Apocalypse Now in the bag and then moved on to John Candy.
Yeah.
Matt is an actor of very high caliber.
Yes, I've seen his
But I was
work.
wondering if you
I
would...
saw that commercial he did. What was it?
Yeah, it was for some insurance
Insurance commercial.
Blue Cross or something.
I was wondering if... tell me if you don't want this, but Matt. But Laurence, maybe you could give Matt a couple of acting tips.
Oh,
maybe a
that'd be
lesson.
wonderful. I need them.
Right.
So I'm going to set up a scenario. I'll pretend to audition for Matt, and he'll do the audition, and then you side coach him and tell him what he's done right or wrong.
Okay.
And why don't we put it in the framework of this this play that he's going to be in?
Okay, the
This,
Ramones. The
A
Ramones.
little bit of improvisation.
Okay, so you're up for the role of Gary Ramone.
Okay.
Okay, and he
doesn't exist.
in this.
No,
In the framework of the play, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
right,
It's
right.
like
Gary
maybe a cousin
Ramone.
Right, got
or
it.
something.
Yes, and except an ad.
Yes,
I'm just saying he doesn't
So
exist.
Gary Ramone.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
Yeah, Gary Ramone is the imaginary friend
Okay.
of Joey Ramone.
Okay, great.
So you are going up.
I'm Gary Ramone.
You're Gary Ramone.
And who's
and Mr. Olivier is Joey Ramone. And Joey has decided that he wants to leave Gary Ramone alone. He doesn't want an imaginary friend, and so he's breaking up with his imaginary friend.
Okay.
Okay. So you're Joey.
I'm Joey Ramone of the Ramones.
Hey, Joey, what's going on?
Not much, but I like me, and my wife likes me.
Why don't you want to play with me anymore?
Because I fear that you have been overcome by ego.
But I'm your imaginary friend.
Exactly. And that means that my ego too has got out of hand, but you know what? I like me, and my wife likes me. And for that,
no!
What a scene. Yeah.
That's really good.
absolute pleasure to work with you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you.
Computer on.
Oh no, sorry, sorry. Okay.
You clap,
Wow,
it
that
happens.
was powerful. That was to me. I thought you were both fantastic, but I'm not a trained actor, so I don't know what Matt was doing right there, what he was doing wrong. To me, it was all right. He was.
Yes.
Seemed
He was exactly like how I imagine imaginary.
I
friends.
thought there was an imaginary friend next to me.
Yes.
Instinct.
He made a strong emotional choice, you see.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
And I reiterated You may have noticed this. I reiterated
You went
that
back
I
to
like
the-
me.
You meant back to the well.
My wife likes me.
It seemed a little pat. I gotta be honest.
Wow. Wow, Matt.
No,
and
I
now
just-
this is Laurence Olivier. You
I
may
know,
remember
but
him.
like I
I'm
feel
the
like
greatest living slash dead
you were
actor.
great outdoors.
Now you weren't being you were being John Candy. You were
No, but now that
pulling
I think
from an
about
old
it,
well.
We all
every
pull
Julia
from-
Roberts movie that I've seen, there's that scene in Notting Hill
Yeah,
where
there
she's
is.
like,
I'm just
I
a
like,
man, and I like me.
and I like me, and my wife likes me.
No, I think you're doing Plane, Trains, and Automobiles again.
Yeah. Well, no, that happens in every Julia Roberts movie.
Oh, right.
That line.
That's really
But so as far Matt did fantastically. I mean, is there anything
Wonderfully,
you would
wonderfully.
like to add?
Yeah, any critiques?
Any critiques?
Absolutely.
Matt, I'm going to give you a little advice.
Great.
There's a great line in cinema history that you can use at any point. It's at your disposal. You may have noticed I used it. I used it in our scene.
Oh, okay.
And that is to reiterate that you like yourself and your wife likes yourself.
Yeah, okay.
And you think you'll find that elicit a very powerful emotion. Whether you're
Thank
doing
you.
comedy, drama,
Yeah.
action, horror,
Absolutely.
commercial.
Okay, wow.
Okay, so maybe we could just use this
I
acting
think that's
technique.
enough.
Let's see the scene again
Run it
and see
again.
how
Yeah.
it changes the characters'
Okay,
choices.
great. All right.
Okay,
Okay,
so
we're gonna run the scene again. Okay.
Run the scene again. Okay. So, do you need to? So, Gary Ramone.
Could you remind us of the scenario?
So
Gary
Joey
Ram-
Ramone
Joey Ram-
is trying to break up with his imaginary friend, Gary Ramone. Okay, here we go. And scene.
Gary, I'm afraid I'm going to have to let you go because
Joey, what's wrong?
the problem is that I feel your ego has got out of hand.
Oh no! But I'm your imaginary friend.
I know, and that's the problem. Because you see, I like me, and my wife likes me. And
Oh no! But I like me and my wife likes me.
Wow.
That really did.
Bravo.
That really did work. That really did work.
Guys,
Oh my God, that is absolutely incredible.
that man is in line for an Olivier Award, I'd
wow.
say.
Thank you.
Wow, that was
no,
powerful.
I gotta collect myself for a second.
Wow.
Sorry,
You know what? I think
Something
I'm going
in
to
my
stop
eye.
acting.
What?
I
Stop.
think I'm going to give it up
Why?
now.
You know, you
after
could-
that. No, after that,
He's
I
peaked.
can't.
But maybe
He's
Laurence
peaked.
Olivier could
No,
play
I
Matt
peaked.
Jones. Now,
Yeah, you
if
don't
Matt
wanna-
Jones is
I
up
don't
for,
wanna-
if the role of Matt Jones is up,
No, it's not really that good for a role.
No, you know what? I'm going to do it.
oh yeah,
Yes.
oh my goodness,
It'd be an honor.
wow, what? This is an exclusive.
Yes, an exclusive.
All right.
I'm going.
Well,
Who was it?
then
I'm going to put John Boyega to one side.
Okay, so is he gonna die?
Yes, and I'm going to
Oh,
play
no.
Matt. I'm going to play Matt Jones in.
Really
All right.
good.
Well, I guess I can leave then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, thanks for coming in, Matt. Thanks a lot, Matt. Well,
Pleasure.
sorry, the original Matt.
I'm back. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Well,
that
no,
was.
This is.
Hang on,
I'm
which
sorry.
one-
This
hang on,
is
who-
me. This is Sir Laurence Olivier.
Oh wow,
Wow.
Yeah.
that's so good.
Yeah, I'm incredible. I can do
How
two
do I-
things at once. Watch. Here's me.
And here's me again.
Yeah.
As me, Laurence Olivier.
Okay, go and get
It's like
Matt. Ian, go and get Matt because
I
he's got to see this.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
Hold on,
incredible.
hold on.
I'll go get him.
What? I was leaving.
I know. Sorry, man. I know you parked the
did
car.
you-
But
Yeah.
you've got to check this out.
You
Come
gotta
and check.
see
Okay.
what you are now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, here we go. And I'm in.
Hello, Matt. Nice to meet you. I'm Matt. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's horrible. Please stop. That freaked me out.
This is so weird. I
Yeah.
don't know which one is which.
Good luck with your career, Matt.
Which is-
Thank you, Matt.
It was so exhilarating to.
Wow.
It was like a paradox in time and space where I was confronted with myself.
You never. Yeah, I guess that's never happened before.
No, not unless I've practiced my lines in a mirror.
Oh, okay.
To actually meet the subject. Gentlemen, thank you.
Well,
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I feel
Thank
like
you.
And I think we've just explored as much of the theater as we can in this episode.
Yeah, that was
So we
fantastic.
probably have to wrap it up now.
I'm going to become a reactor. I'm going to go and I'm going to leave this studio and I'm going to take reacting lessons. And I'm going to go to reacting school and I'm going to become a famous reactor.
Acting is reacting.
And I'm going to become Matt Jones and do
Oh.
bad television.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to America. I'm going to live with Matt Jones's wife and his kid. And I'm going to I'm going to be on a sitcom.
You know you don't have to do that unless it's being filmed. You don't have to live with
No, I really
Matt's-
want to get into it this time.
Okay, method. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, Laurence, and obviously thank you, Matt, wherever you are. He came down. That was a fantastic episode.
It's great, yeah.
And good luck, Laurence, in your new career.
Thank you, and
thank you.
Okay.
If you like the podcast, go write a review, give us 5 stars, bump us up the iTunes list, because we've had some pretty amazing revelations on this week's show.
And be sure to follow us on Twitter. What's the Twitter handle?
@FactUpPod.
And join our Facebook page, which is Fact Up.
Yeah.
Podcast.
And maybe we'll have an Instagram sometime soon.
Okay.
Taking pictures of, like, the transformation in the studio of Laurence Olivier to John Candy was astounding, and we should have had a picture of that, but we didn't
I'm
get
going
it.
to take a picture.
Okay. Take a picture.
Of Laurence Olivier.
Oh, okay. Sir Lord.
Okay, thank you, listeners. Till next time.
See you next week.
Bye.